No,
So
you can
question,
comment, you just
can
can't
discuss.
vote. Gotcha.
You can make recommendations, but you can't vote.
Okay.
Can I just say, we won't be voting on this tonight.
No.
This,
Well, I don't know.
the-
All we need is a motion.
I'm telling you, I've got pages of stuff here.
Okay. All right. The next item on the agenda is a discussion. What we're trying to do is develop some standards, creating bylaws for the conservation. Dave Hebert is leading up the charge, recruiting others, send out a 10-page manifesto, and hopefully we can review some or all of that tonight. You taking notes, Karen?
Yeah, bylaws. That's what
Okay.
I got so far on the notes.
All
One
right.
word.
Very good. Anybody want to start off by discussing Article 1, Section 1? Article 1, Section 2.
Excuse me?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Can we go back to the beginning, I guess, the preamble, if you will?
Okay.
Did we accept Robert's Rules of Order formally? I know we had some slight discussions about it, but I don't recall, I might have been sleeping. Did we accept those formally?
I believe they've always been part of it, but I don't think we've ever made a motion to accept Robert's rules.
Okay, so, till we do, I would suggest that that gets underlined.
Is that required by the law, though?
I see nothing in it, in any RSA that requires that those to get accepted. And I'm not saying they should or shouldn't get accepted, I'm just saying we've not formally
Okay.
agreed to that.
Are you going to take notes, Karen? You want me to mark this up and we'll go from there?
Well, yeah, mark up this,
Okay.
and I'm going to take notes. The more things that I can look at, the better.
Okay. Anything else, Ken?
Not on that one.
Okay. Article 1, Section 1.
So,
Question is Robert's rules required?
okay. So, Section 1, we've got,
Yep.
will consist of three, not fewer than three, not more than 7 members,
Yep.
and then we also have space for 3 alternates.
That's
Do you
that's
not want
later.
that in Section 1, or?
That's not in Section 1, it's later.
Okay. All right, that's fine.
Okay? Section 2?
Can we ask questions?
Of course.
Why isn't it in Section 1? Why not put it in Section 1 and be done with it? Because it talks about the composition of the commission. Why go to another place
There
to
is
talk about it?
no reason how it was set up as this way.
I'm just questioning whether we can move it to the,
Is this, were you working on this, Dave?
Yes, I helped work on it.
Did you find this with another town and
Yeah, there
then
were-
kind of modify
yep, there
it
were
for
other
us? So
towns,
that's
yes.
why it's kind of in the order that it's in,
Yep,
or whatever,
correct,
right? So
absolutely.
we
We're
can,
tailoring it to whatever we want.
right, we can change the order of some of this stuff.
You
It
can
doesn't
do whatever you
matter.
want, you're the board.
This right here is just,
A basic, like,
draft, correct.
outline-ish thing. Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
These are all the things that are defined in the RSA 36A, and
it's a good place to start.
reference to any other RSA that
right.
it indicates needs to be used to qualify the discussion from the state.
So that was my
But I'll
suggestion.
put that in as a question then,
Yeah, that question.
What, to just include the alternates?
in that
the
area. We'll get
composition
to
of
it,
the
review
alternates?
it, and then decide whether to bring it back to Section 1 or not. Anything else on 1? Okay. Section 2.
I have a comment, Mr. Chair.
Yes, sir.
I think it should say somewhere in there that there's a maximum of 3-year term. It talks about the initial terms of the commission members first appointed commission shall be staggered. Doesn't say how long the terms are. So,
Section 3, I believe, talks about 3 years.
well, that's talking about alternates. A conservation commission may have alternate members for a term of 3 years each, appointed in a like
Down to
manner.
Section 5, it talks about the 3-year vacancy. We can add 3 years
No,
to
that
section.
says if whether, so I got to read this. Vacancies of a commission member shall be filled by appointment, whether to complete a vacated 3-year appointment or to serve a completed 3-year appointment. It doesn't say that the maximum term for a member is 3 years.
No, that's why I
Maybe
said.
we don't want
You
that.
want to put it in there?
I would put it in
Oh,
section
it is,
2.
it's by law, it's 3 years.
Okay. So I'd put it in
Yes.
section 2, just say that
Okay.
the initial, that something to the effect of the Conservation Commission members' terms will be 3 years, and the initial terms shall be staggered.
I'm not sure we even need initial terms said, because there is, the initial terms are done. There's already a Conservation
When they
Commission here.
established
That's true. Good
36A
point.
initially.
Correct. When any town goes to establish a Conservation Commission, they have to stagger the terms, so there's some people appointed for 1 year, some people appointed for 2, some people appointed for 3. There's nobody that's going to go on this commission that's going to be appointed for 1 year or 2 years.
It should all be 3
Well,
years from
Len,
now
I
on.
disagree. Somebody could be appointed 1 year if they're filling in,
No,
Supposed
that's
to be
already
staggered.
covered.
In
That's
order to be
already-
staggered, if you staggered it in the beginning, they would all be the same terms from then on.
but I recall that I thought I was appointed for 1 year because I took the position of
Yes,
somebody
you
else.
took the position of someone else, so you
So that-
filled their term, and it already
For
says that.
1 year.
But they only had 1 year left
Yeah,
to
but
fill.
that was,
Right.
But you, yeah.
That gets
that's-
addressed somewhere right in to fill out.
If you apply to be on the commission, and you go through the whole procedure,
Yeah.
and you're not filling someone else's spot, you will be appointed
Right,
for
so
3
where
years.
does it talk
You're never
about-
going to be appointed for less than 3 years.
okay, so where does it talk about if I'm filling someone else's spot?
I think section 5 can, I
Section
think.
5, vacancies. Members should be filled by appointment, whether to complete a vacated 3-year appointment or to serve a complete 3-year appointed. So if someone, like, I think you might have came in behind Louise, and she was only here for a year, so you got 2 years or something like that, because you were finishing her term. That's section 5.
Okay,
All full terms are 3
Well, there's not,
years.
Section 2 says, "The initial terms of the Conservation Commission members first appointed to the commission." That means when the commission is first formed. There's
30
already a commission here. Nobody is getting appointed for a staggered terms.
so is section 2 an NA?
I
Was-
think,
No.
I think
mean, you got to
that's
go to
where
the
we
law.
just, that's where we just say that.
It's information only.
Yeah, I think we just say that commission members are appointed for terms of 3 years or something like that.
But, well,
But
you
these are
can,
just lifted from
Yes, it's.
approved
correct.
It's just a
Conservation
it's
Commission.
just a rewrite. is what
Correct.
that is.
Well, so do you not, you want to keep the initial terms of the Conservation Commission? I think Paul's right, we have to say that your appointments are for 3 years.
And all
You want to
subsequent
leave the
ones will be
staggered in,
so-
fine.
So in the time when the conservation was formed, right?
Day one,
Yeah.
square one.
There
Day
was-
one.
There was never a 1 year or a 2 year, it's always been 3 year.
No,
When it was originally started, by law, the requirement is to stagger.
The
So
composition.
there
Like
was
we
a
do with the Trails
1
Committee.
year, a
Understood.
2-year, and a 3-year, depending on whether it was 3 or 5 or 7.
Right.
Equal amounts of each should be there such that
stop.
when you roll it over for the next one, you would be only replacing
A third.
1/3 of the board, so that you would
So that
retain
some
that
people know what's going
institutional
on.
memory.
I understand that.
Okay.
Yeah, but
That
now,
was the intent.
we already have a board, so it's, you know what I mean?
So the 1 and 2 year
Never will happen again.
never will happen again, okay?
However, you have the opportunity to make 1 year, just like Ken, because somebody vacates.
So we
Yes.
still
That
need
gets
to
covered.
have that in there.
Right.
You need to finish terms
Correct.
equally.
Right.
That's just to keep on the schedule.
Correct.
The only purpose of it is to keep on
Understood.
that
Yep.
staggered
Still,
schedule.
it still should be written up in here so that we
Yeah, I
understand.
think it is, that's what I think it
Yeah.
is. Vacancy, in section 5.
That's section 5.
Vacancies of a commission member shall be filled by appointment, whether to complete a vacated 3-year appointment or to serve a complete 3-year appointment.
I think all you have to do is add, like you said, Karen, in section 2, that the maximum term will be 3 years.
And
In
Yeah.
section 2, so that it just says that you're not appointing somebody for a 10-year term.
No, no, no.
In the reference, the RSA 6735, I just pulled up, it states it kind of nicely here if we just wanted to use this. The first sentence is, the term of an elected or appointed local land use board member shall be 3 years. The initial terms of the members first appointed or elected to any local land boards should be staggered, so that no more than 3 appointments or elections occur annually in the case of a 7 or 9 member board.
Yeah,
No
see-
more than 2
See, the
appointments.
most important thing is making sure everything is staggered,
Yeah.
because if it's not staggered, boy.
Right.
So you could take that first sentence.
Right, absolutely. Yeah.
But
Thank
if
you
you've
for
already
that.
established it, it is already there, so my question being, do you really need
Yeah,
to repeat it?
do we get rid of the initial terms part, I guess is my question.
Yeah, do you need section 2? That's all I'm saying.
Technically, we're not starting the board, so you can decide to take it out if you'd like.
Section 2 and Section 4?
It's something to consider, we're not voting tonight.
No, Section 4 is members of Conservation
No,
Commission
I'm-
may serve on municipal,
No, I
We're talking about 2.
forget what I said, Karen.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Section 2.
sorry, Section 2.
Yeah.
So do-
Section 2,
Do we want Section 2 to just say that
maximum of 3 years.
commission members shall be
Oh.
appointed for terms of 3 years or something like that?
3 years, and it should be staggered, which it does say there.